Hi, welcome to One and Dunn. It's a special episode recorded at NAMM 2025 in Anaheim. And we are welcoming one of my favorite people, J.Dash. He is a musical experience designer, a producer, a songwriter, an educational advocate, and a software engineer. Hi, Jay. It's so good to see you.
Man, it is amazing to see you.
In real life is so much better.
Right?
On
I
it.
mean, post-COVID, we are craving human connection, and this has just been amazing. It's been an overload.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
I love it. How have you been?
Busy.
Yes.
Good. Very good.
Busy is good.
Yeah, busy's always good. So we've talked about this before, so we won't talk about the fact you're a software engineer, which I just think is so weird. But let's instead talk about Twilight Zone.
Yes, let's.
So can you talk a little bit first about this 3D model stage in Austin?
Absolutely. So a company called Icon has a 3D printer that is extremely large, and they do everything from printing homes to what we have at the Long Center, which is the world's first 3D printed stage. And so it's outside, again, the Long Center, which is a performing arts center in Austin, Texas.
Okay. How big of a printer do they have to be able to print a stage?
You know, I couldn't tell you the exact dimensions, but it is massive. And what's really cool about the printer is that like every day it measures things like the moisture in the air, and it like mixes the concrete that they use, like the proprietary concrete, every day. And then it took about 14 days to print the backdrop for this stage. It was amazing.
Were you involved at all in the development of this?
No, I am not qualified enough to do designs for 3D printing.
But you've been able to take advantage of the fact they have this.
Absolutely.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about Twilight Zone. I know this is a project really close to your heart, so can you talk about it?
Absolutely. I think before I get into Twilight Zone, it's important to talk about Twyla, my sister.
Yes, I think so too.
I'm going to tell you a story about Twyla. So she was with my niece, her daughter, and they were going into a grocery store. Outside of the grocery store is a guy, has a speaker outside, and he's playing music and he's selling his mixtapes. And so he's trying to sell them to everybody. And my sister, who is on the other side of the store, actually walks across the store over to the guy and buys the mixtape. She comes back and my niece is like, I don't even think, you don't even like that kind of music. Like, why would you buy that guy's mixtape? Her answer is, my brother's a musician and I want somebody to buy his mixtape. And so I'm going to buy his mixtape so that other people will support. And I was like, man, that's who she was in her soul, right? She always was a supporter of mine, an advocate for me and my music. She always just showed up, right, in every single way that you could imagine. So in October of last year, unexpectedly, my sister passed away. And I didn't really know what to do with that, right? You go through your process, and I'm trying to grieve out loud and trying to, figure out what to do with that. But like all great musicians, we take our pain and our grief and we turn it into something beautiful for someone else. That's what we do. So that was the birth of Twilight Zone, which is an arts discovery platform in Austin, Texas, on the world's first 3D printed stage.
Okay, so talk a little bit about what you're planning on doing with that.
So the idea is to give artists an outlet to help promote their music. So think of something like a Tiny Desk, Color Studios, Mahogany, Jam in the Van. It's just a way to discover new arts. If you are a listener, you catch Twilight Zone, you'll be able to get like exclusive artist interviews, behind the scenes footage, and then performances from artists that you may know and some that you may never heard of before. And so, again, it's just the backdrop of that city is amazing. And, why not in the live music capital of the world do we not have an arts discovery platform? What's really cool about Twilight Zone, though, is that it's not just music. And so we will showcase things like poetry, visual arts, projection mapping, like any art form.
Mapping?
Everything that you can think of. And then we form really cool collaborations. So you might be listening to an artist and there may be a ballet dancer or an orchestra in the background, or some really cool visuals going on, or maybe even a visual artist doing something in the background. So you never know what you're going to get.
So how do you find these artists?
Through a vast network. So we have a team of people that help find artists, but you can also submit artists. So maybe you are, in another city, another state, and you're like, listen, I really know some artists that would be really great on this platform. We have an intake process, and you can actually fill out a form and recommend artists and say, man, this artist really needs to be on Twilight Zone. So we have a lot of ways to discover new artists and new talent.
So are there any special requirements to qualify to be on this?
Just one. Be amazing. That's it. Be amazing. Like, we will figure out a way to highlight your art as long as it's good, because that's what it should be about. It's
Yeah.
not necessarily about who has the most money and who wants, who knows who, and we're removing all of those barriers. We want to showcase art that makes you feel something, because that is the beauty of art, no matter in what form. And that's kind of what we've been looking for. That's what I feel like we've been looking for is like, there's so much canned stuff out there, and there's so many platforms for you to go get that. We just want to showcase authentic art from true artists.
So is this going to be broadcast? Is this YouTube? I mean, where's it going?
It'll
How
be
can we see it?
online, so YouTube, all the socials, so the TikToks and the Instagrams, and it will be out there and kind of pushed in that way for sure. But who knows what the future holds as well.
Sure. Okay.
So not only do we do the promote online, but we also have live experiences. So if you're ever in Austin, Texas, you need to come to a Twilight filming, and then every year, starting most likely in 2026, we'll be doing Twilight Fest as well. So
very cool.
one concert at the end of the year where we highlight a lot of the artists that have participated with Twilight Zone throughout the year.
When are you envisioning this actually starting?
So we're pushing for a South by Southwest brand launch. So probably in the spring of this year is what we're looking for. But we're going to wait until it's ready.
Yeah.
For sure.
Do you have artists waiting?
Absolutely. We have a long list of artists already. And we are super excited. We've already shot a few episodes. And so we are really excited about what we're putting together. And again, as soon as it's ready, I cannot wait to release this to the public.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about the ones that you've shot already.
So a lot of local artists to be highlighted. One, Mama Duke, Tej, and then there are a few artists that I can't name in the pipeline yet, but I'm really, really excited about.
And then you have an audience there, I'm assuming, since it's an outdoor stage.
Yes.
How interactive are these?
Are
the audience there?
The performances?
Yeah.
Well, it's just like any other performance. You can talk to the audience and you can showcase your new music, and it's a great platform. It's just like being at a live show.
So the artist just needs to show up.
You just need to show up, and we will give you the best promotional material that you can think of.
How has Austin responded to what you're doing?
I don't know if you've ever experienced it in a weird way when things are just smooth. It's almost eerie, right? When it's like you have this idea and there's a new project and you expect friction. It's the weirdest thing with Twilight Zone. There has been almost no friction. It is all collaboration and cooperation because it just feels right. And so there's been a lot of support from the city, a lot of support from the music products industry, a lot of support from the music industry as a whole. People are really excited about Twilight Zone. So I'm excited about it too.
Do you have some sponsors lined up for this?
We're working on that for sure. So right now, the Long Center is the first partner, and then we have a few sponsors in the pipeline right now, and we are looking for more partnerships and more sponsorships.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about what's going on with you otherwise, because I know you have a very full life.
Yes. So on the music production side, we had a project released with an artist, Angelica Ray, she is a singer, and she sings both in Spanish and in English. And so we have a couple of singles out on her right now. And then just working with the arts community, we built a kind of a songwriter hub in Austin as well, which has been, it's been amazing. So if you are a songwriter in Austin and you're listening, please reach out to myself or Angelica Ray, and we would love to connect with you and build more songs with you. I'm also on the board of the Long Center, and so we have been doing some amazing things there, and just continuing to support the arts community in the greater Austin, Texas area.
And then are you doing any of your own songs?
In terms of production, I stopped doing music for myself for a while. Very recently, I have started creating for myself again. And so I had to wait until it felt right.
What do you think inspired? Why is this the right moment?
I think after COVID, I lost, a couple of dozen people, and it affected me greatly, right? So much so that I felt like I kind of lost some creative energy. I lost the spark, and I don't want to do things that don't feel right. And so I took the energy that I had and I poured it as much as I could into other people. But only very recently, throughout my grief process, throughout building something that I felt like was very cathartic and gives back to other people, I have found that energy for myself again and started to create for me again.
So what are you doing? Are you going to do another one like walk?
I keep I'm asked about that, and it's feeling like, yeah, people want to dance.
Yes.
So yeah, I want to do some more records. And then first of all, shout out to my guy Cupid, who is also very inspirational for me. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Cupid Shuffle, but
No.
Cupid, it's a dance song, and Cupid is a very good friend of mine, and we connected not too long ago, and he just released another single recently, and called Flex. And the Cupid Shuffle is like ubiquitous among barbecues. I mean, it's everywhere, right? And he was like, during COVID, I was kind of posted up and figuring out what to do. I was like, gotta make another dance song. And now it has exploded. And that was kind of inspirational for me. I'm like, right, man, people want to dance. Let's do it again. And so, yeah, we're building.
On your Instagram feed, 90% of what I see are clips of people have that song on, they're all dancing.
Right. Absolutely. People love the WAP. It has like transcended generations. It is amazing to create moments where I can see, a mom, dancing with her kid or her grandchildren, and they're just all doing the dance, and they might be doing it from different eras in different ways. And it has been amazing to see the growth. It's like a kid, right? It's like your child that you see grow up.
Did you have any idea when you released this that it would like be here forever?
I think we always have the hope as musicians when we release music, like you see that vision, but you see that for every song, right?
Right.
Did I know it would be where it is right now?
Uh-huh.
Had no idea. And I'm extremely grateful for that, for sure. I operated under the impression like, music has its moments. I think right now we're in a really cool place where we are reaching into the past. We're bringing music into the present. And we're just like, it is the realization of what culture is, right? Culture is the coolest thing in the world to me because, again, it informs itself. The culture informs people, and then people inform the culture, and it becomes this circular thing that happens. And I feel like that's what happened with WAP. It just continues to evolve.
So there was there's a lot of turmoil going on right now. And whether it's fires or politics or whatever, what role do you think music plays in helping people get through all this?
What an amazing question that is. I love how you tied fire to politics, because it's kind of the same right now. I think there's a lot of confusion and not understanding where we could go, like what's gonna happen. There's been a lot of that feeling. One thing that I have felt about arts in general, including music, is it should be a snapshot of the culture in any given moment, right? I think music helps us understand what's happening in our world at any given second. And so what I am most excited about is hearing the music of that confusion, of that what is happening, of that sometimes it's anger, sometimes it may even be joy for some people. It can be different things. But I am excited because it has pushed us into this new creative zone that we haven't been in before. So in terms of all the turmoil going on right now, I feel like turmoil breeds the best art.
Yeah.
So I think that we're gonna, like we do as musicians, we take our pain, we take our grief, we take our suffering, we take our questions, we take our everything that could pull people low, and we say, you know what, we're gonna transform that into something else. And here you go. And it heals people.
Yeah.
It heals people from the inside out.
What a lovely way to end this podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jay. It's been great to talk to you right next to you.
Listen, the pleasure is mine. I often forget that other people are listening. You are amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.